Hey everyone, Zarkenpachi89 here with another deck list here. This one's going to be a post-rotation standard deck using one of my favorite cards in the format, that Big Daddy Obsidat right there. I was working on this for a while because honestly Black-White is one of my favorite color combinations, and I've really found that one of the big cards that's going to be coming out, or one of the big cards that's going to be used because of some of the cards coming out, is going to be Merciless Eviction. It's just going to be a huge card in the deck and in the format in general. So I'll get right into it. I have a lot of proxies in here, and honestly there's some cheap cards I don't even have for the deck yet, so I'll just let you know what they are. The Tide Drinkers I do have in here. There are 3 of them. They're more against any aggro decks, whether it be white weenies, any mono red deck strategies, and they're just nice in the deck with some of the removal just to get the extort triggers off so you can gain some life and they lose some life. Lifebane Zombie, they kind of speak for themselves. They're really good 3 drops with Intimidate, kind of help you punch through, and are going to be really good with another card I'm going to talk about later. We got Desecration Demons. I'm not completely sold on whether or not I want to use them in this deck with the Disciple of Bolas is rotating. I might just replace them with the Liliana's Reaver. It's a 4-drop with it, yes, it does enough flying, but if you do get to connect with it after killing their stuff, you make them discard cards, you get creature advantage. It'd be a really good card to just replace it with. I'll have to try it out with the Demon. I do like the Demon that's flying, and it's a 6/6. So we'll have to see how it works from there. It's nice in a control deck too, the Demon, just so they might have to sack a creature, get rid of some of their creatures and stuff. Next we have Archangel of Thune. I really like this card in this deck. It works amazing with Obsidat. If you have them both out at the same time, Obsidat blinks, you're just gaining so much life and you're getting so many tokens on your, or counters on your creatures, that it just kind of just takes over the game. It's one of the finishers with Obsidat. Obsidat, like I said, I'm running 3 of them. He's just a staple of the deck. He wins the game by himself as long as you get him out, and the new combo in Theros with the other card I'm talking about is going to be in here. So I have 3 key runes in here. They're technically all supposed to be Orzhov key runes. I just haven't picked them up yet because I want to get some foils. They are just good for ramping, help you get to that Merciless Eviction, or since they drop on turn 3, they help you drop the Archangel or Obsidat on turn 4, which are both really big things in the deck. I got 2 Doomblades, and the murders here are going to be the Hero's Demise. There's 2 of those as well. As soon as the new set comes out, those are going in right away because those are going to be amazing in the deck. Considering we have no Oblivion Ring for Planeswalkers for white, it's just going to be a straight good card for Black-White decks. Then we have the Merciless Evictions. I've run in 2 of them. Those cards are going to be very good. Like I said, they're going to be amazing against the Fleece Lane Lion. For one, that thing is going to be obnoxious in this format. I mean, a 4/4 hexproofing indestructible that's probably going to end up being lifelinking and trample because of the Unflinching Courage. This is going to be one of the cards that you really need in the deck to handle that. It's also good against any of the other hexproof creatures, helps you get them off the board. I have these Sign-In Bloods in here. These are going to be Read the Bones. 3 mana, scry 2, draw 2 for 2 life is definitely an amazing card. And honestly, you can splash it in any deck that's playing black. And honestly, a lot of decks you just can just splash black just to use the card in it because it's so good. We have 1 Underworld Connections. I was originally thinking about using more than 1, but that was when I was using Erebos in the deck, and it was for the devotion mainly. But the card is still good. It's good for multiple draws later in the game. As you know, if you get it early, you just get a lot of draws off of it. But with how good Read the Bones is, it's a good replacement for it. These Appetite for Brains are going to be Thoughtseizes. There's 3 of them. Thoughtseize is just It's gonna see play the entire time it's in standard. Thoughtseize is a good card, and it always has been. All right, so these piston sledges are Whip of Erebos. Whip of Erebos, if you don't know what it does is it costs 4. It gives all your creatures lifelink, and it also has the ability to pay 2 black and 2 colorless, I believe, and you tap it to return a creature from your graveyard to play. It gains haste, and then you have to exile it at the end of turn. Most of you probably know the combo with the whip and Obsidian by now because it's been talked about a lot, but you basically essentially just can bring Obsidian back and use his ability to exile himself, and you basically just get him back into play. Good way to bring it back. We have these Lightning Greaves are not Lightning Greaves, and honestly, it's one of the cheapest cards in the deck that I don't have. It's going to be a Haunted Plate Mail. I really like Haunted Plate Mail in here. I like, if I play against another, like a control deck, like a blue-white control deck, they Supreme Verdict, I still have a way to have a creature out alongside the key runes. So the Haunted Plate Mail, I think, honestly, Haunted Plate Mail is going to see a little bit more play. It's a good card for what it does, and a 4/4 for 0 when you activate it is very good. Alright, then we go to the lands. We got 2 Mutavaults. Those are just backups against sweepers as well. If I have nothing else to do, I might as well just swing in with 2 2/2s. 4 Godless Shrines. The Orzhov Guild Gates here are actually going to be the Temple of Silences, because scrying is awesome. And honestly, between those and the Read the Bones in the stack, you really get what you want when you need it. So it really has no problems. And then I'm running the 10 Swamps and 5 Plains. It's probably a lot of plains, a lot of white mana for honestly what I'm playing. But it's really needed, even though, you know, there's only, you know, the Archangels and Obsidats is 2 white mana things. It's nice just to have the white mana if you need it and not running any problems. Plus, being able to activate the key runes too is kind of nice. And then for the sideboard, it's mostly set up against a control mirror against a lot of Esper or blue-white decks you're going to run into. We got 3 Duresses. It's going to be, you know, it hasn't been a really good card for a long time. I mean, especially with Thoughtseize out, you might as well just main deck Thoughtseizes. And these haven't been major in any standard decks lately, but with a lot of how much control there's going to be, you might as well run them in your sideboard. They're going to be really good against them. Same thing with the Sing Collectors here. I got 3 Sing Collectors in my sideboard as well. Those will rip apart any control deck as well. You can take out all their counter spells, take out their Sphinx's Revelations, things like that. I have a 4th Lifebane Zombie in my sideboard because I do think there's going to be a lot of Selesnya decks. Because of that Lion and with Voice of Resurgence, they have so many good cards right now that just having that 4th zombie in the sideboard is going to help your deck a lot. These cards, I'm not completely sure if I should be having them in my sideboard, but they're very good cards. If you want to go more of an aggro strategy against them and you need just ways to punch through or protect yourself, Celestial Flare is a very good card. The double white's hard early on in the game, but later on it's absolutely no problem, and it's just good for helping you win the game. Alma Beast is one of those cards that is very much overlooked in general. Alms Beast, it's a 6/6 for 4. Sure, they get lifelink, but the thing with the deck is that you're going to grind them out of health very fast. Once you get Obsidat and the Whip out, you're going to be gaining so much life that it might take a little while, but with your Archangel flying through the air, Desecration Demon, you're going to have no problem just draining their life. I'm running 3 of those in my sideboard. Those will be really nice against control decks. Or not control decks, against aggro decks. And then against aggro decks as well, we have 2 High Priest of Penance. It hasn't seen a whole lot of play, but I think it's a very good card. It's kind of a 2-for-1 in most situations. I mean, with the new Satyr out, the 2/1 red 1-drop, you block the Satyr, and if they have something else in play, you just blow the other thing up and you basically 2-for-1 them. So that's a deck, Orzhov control deck that I've been working on. I might make a couple changes to it. I really do want to add the new Elspeth to the deck somewhere. The first thing is probably going to be taking out is probably the Haunted Plate Mail, because I mean it's a good card, but the Elspeth's just so good. And then I'll probably end up taking out one of the spots where the Desecration Demon is. So I'll probably have 2 Desecrations or Liliana Reavers and then 2 Elspeths in the deck. If you guys want to let me know what you think. I think I've been working on the deck for a while, and I've been looking at how Standard is going to turn out. And just let me know what you think. I appreciate any comments or any concerns or questions you guys might have about the deck. I'll see you later.